Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Shikha, and I wanted to welcome you to another video in this series that I'm doing right now on INFJs. I'm an INFJ and I've been analyzing myself for decades now. And so I've done all these videos as a purview to all that analysis. I'm just kind of putting it out there, and hopefully some of you guys are going to like it, some of you are not, some of you are going to understand it, some of you are going to relate to it, and that's awesome. In today's video, I want to speak to you guys about how I think this is an INFJ thing because a lot of you guys have said the same thing to me, that INFJs are attracted to intelligence and to that deepness rather than physical attraction. It's actually been said over and over again. I don't know if this is true, but because of our intensity, because of our personality, because of our uniqueness, a lot of the people consider INFJs to be very charming and attractive in general. I don't know if that is true or not. I've seen it, I've read it a billion times, so maybe it is. But physical attraction to an INFJ is nothing. It is genetics. It has nothing to do with us. We like things that we control, that we have worked on, that makes us who we are, that no one else can say that they are the way they are. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so just to backtrack a little bit. Whenever I go on a date, that's why Tinder doesn't really work for me, right? Because we're swiping right or left, whatever it is, I don't remember now. Because you see a person, you look at them, and you're like, he's really interesting looking. He's very smart looking, or he's very handsome. Let me swipe him right, I think that is. And let me kind of go see him, right? Most people will look at Tinder that way, physical attractiveness. But Tinder doesn't work for INFJs because we don't care about physical attraction because we know how ethereal and stupid it is. A lot of times we'll meet someone who's beautiful, absolutely handsome, right? But there's nothing inside here. We can't have a deep conversation with them. It would be all about sex. And that's another video, how INFJs view sex. But that doesn't matter to us. We can find a person to have sex with anytime we want because we can be very charming and it's very easy for us to pick up people. Even though we're introverts and all that, we can do that, right? Maybe I'm just speaking about myself. But it is very easy for us to do that because we can be very charming. But you don't care about physical attraction. It's boring, guys. It's boring. It's funny because a lot of my girlfriends they're always sending me pictures of naked men or men with like really great six packs and beautiful bodies. And I think to myself, okay, so that physical attraction is gonna last for maybe 10 days, a month. Like I'm gonna be attracted to him for a month or whatever. But after that, I'm gonna be bored to death because I'll have no conversation with this person. What are we gonna speak about? Their workouts? Or how beautiful they are? I mean, that's boring. I want to speak about the deep stuff. I want to speak about quantum physics and all that other beautiful stuff that we're living on this planet about. I don't care about how much you worked out or how beautiful or how much body fat you have. That's awesome. Some people do care about that, and that's why we have so many different kinds of people on this planet. But I don't really care about physical attraction, and that's the reason when we're dating, a lot of times we need to go through a lot of different people because you can't just figure out that a person's going to be interesting or have deep conversations or they're going to be able to keep up with you by looking at their profile. Whatever it is, OkCupid or whatever dating profile it might be. It is very hard to figure out what a person's about by looking at that, right? They might be a good copywriter, they might be just good at sales, but you have to meet the person. And that's the conundrum for us because we're introverts and we don't like going out. Just going on a date gives me like heart palpitations. I have to sit down and listen to this person talk and talk and talk. Oh my god. So in that regard, it's like a double-edged sword for us, yeah? Because we can't figure out if a person is going to be perfectly interesting to us by just looking at their profile. So we have to go meet up with them, but we hate meeting up with people because we're introverts, and that results in the fact that we're single forever. And totally fine with that too, which is also another thing that we're fine being alone, fine being on our own, fine being single. I'm totally happy being single actually. And so that results in a conundrum for our loved ones because they think to themselves, aren't you lonely? And I'm like, no, not even a little bit. Like, but what about when you get older? I'm like, I think I'll be happier then. So that's unfortunate, right? Because we're cool people and we're good in relationships. We take care of the people we're with. So it's nice when someone's in a relationship with us, and it's nice for us as well, mostly. But we don't get into that situation because of the physical attraction thing. We don't care. I walk around here in Chiang Mai. I live in Thailand, Chiang Mai, and there are so many beautiful people here, guys. So many beautiful people, locals and foreigners, Farangs. And so they're so gorgeous. Like they're really fit, obviously, because they take care of themselves, really smart, and they know how to dress up. They're very stylish, blah, blah, all of that, right? But they might be smart in a certain way, which is great. Great for them, great for everyone. But they just don't reach that little spot, that spot in myself. Like I don't really care. I'm sitting there opposite them and they're speaking and I'm thinking to myself, God, I'm so bored and when can I get out of here kind of thing, right? And so mostly I avoid the whole dating situation here. I've been single for a while because I just can't deal with that boringness. Again, now, it's my fault, right? I should try to make this person more interesting. I should ask them more interesting questions perhaps. But no matter how much I have tried in the past with certain people, they just, oh my God, they're so good to look at. But I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, when is the earliest I can leave here? Like I'm looking at my clock or looking around and thinking, please someone rescue me from the situation, right? Whereas the same person, I'll introduce them to someone else who's not an INFJ, and they will absolutely love this person. It's just motorbikes in the background if you guys can hear it. They'll just absolutely love this person. They're like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, he's very beautiful. And that's all. Ugh, God, just thinking about it makes me want to cringe. And so I'm not saying that I'm special in any way or anything. Nothing like that, guys. This is just our preference as an INFJ. We don't care about physical attraction. Because physical attraction it's just to do with genetics. It's nothing to do with you. Yeah, sure, I mean, you take care of yourself and you have like a six-pack and you worked really hard for it. I totally get it. Right? But most physical attraction is not about a six-pack or about fitness. It's about genetics. How does your face look? How symmetrical is it, right? What do your eyes look like? What color are they? If you're a blonde or a brunette, whatever it might be. Like, it's all about genetics. What your parents gave you. It has nothing to do with anything that you worked on. Yeah, sure, you might have toned yourself, or you wear makeup, or you dress really well, blah, blah, all that stuff. That's, again, superficial. It's just stuff that you bought with money, that you thought about. I can't deal with that. Again, I'm not saying that I'm special in any way, and that's probably the reason I'm single, is because I don't care about that shit. But I don't want to say that not everyone should care about it. Obviously, some people do, and I'm totally happy to push all of those physically attractive people over to my girlfriends who do care about that stuff. Yeah, you care about it? Cool, go for it, right? I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to entice them. I don't want to bring them out of their shell. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. But when we do find someone who we can have these conversations with, that deep conversation that kind of takes you into another dimension where you're sitting there and thinking to yourself, am I still on Earth? Like, what the hell's going on here? That happens very rarely. In fact, for me, mostly it only happens with my girlfriends. I'm not bisexual, mostly, but I find that feminine energy for me a lot of times is more conducive to these conversations. They're more open to ideas. A lot of the girlfriends that I have here in Chiang Mai are beautiful, gorgeous creatures, and I am so grateful to just sit with them and have these deep conversations for hours on end. But there's only one or two men that I've found here that I can have those conversations with, because a lot of times we just want to have a conversation. I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to have those deep conversations. I want you to intellectually stimulate me. I want that to be more of a turn on than the physical attraction part of it. I don't care about that stuff. I mean, it's nice to look at beautiful people, for sure. I love looking at beautiful people. And I'm grateful to live in this country where there's so many of them. But that's just where it ends. I look at them, ooh, that's nice, that's pretty, boom, that's it. And that's it, right? Unless they come up to me and they have this conversation with you where I'm like, this is great. We're having a conversation about something I really care about, and he knows what he's talking about, and oh my God, I'm so turned on right now. Makes sense? It's a completely different thing. And I think a lot of it has to do with it being an INFJ. So if you have that conundrum as well, I'd love to hear from you guys. Like, how do you deal with it? Do you just pretend that it doesn't matter and you just go into a relationship with a beautiful person just because, or do you wait? And is that why you're single? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. And thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for videos in the future, let me know. I'm always looking for suggestions. I'm always adding it to my list. And I'll see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.